What's going on? Hope everybody is having a fantastic day. My day has been full. I have been busy. I've been traveling all over the state of North Carolina. I have been listing items. Anybody who says that reselling is a passive form of income is lying. I mean, you are very much active, as is any business. Um, it's amazing to me just how much money runs our world, right? Finances just really controls everything. And, you know, as much as I wish things were different, that's just the reality of it. So, trying to manage my time well, has always been something that I've been focused on getting better at. So I actually had a Whatnot show, and I haven't done a ton of Whatnot shows, but I would say this was probably my sixth or seventh Whatnot show ever. And I had this feeling come up when I ended the show, right? I ended the show and I'm still getting used to it. And my perfectionism came up. And rather than just ending the show and doing a raid train, I thought I had no one in my show, where it turns out I did have someone. So I felt a lot of guilt and remorse for actually just ending the show, because ideally I want all of my customers to have an amazing experience. Viewers, customers, I want people to really be attracted to the show, obviously, so they can buy more items, right? That's the goal. And, part of living with trauma and all these other, you know, past experiences. I mean, trauma is a huge one, right? CPTSD, PTSD, those things can really affect how you see the world. And I'm such a people pleaser that I don't want anyone to be upset, right? Because when I was younger, I survived by really looking at how people are reacting and making a judgment in my head. I grew up in a very difficult household. I don't want to go too deep into it, but let's just say it was very challenging, and I experienced a lot of yelling, and I never knew what was going to happen when this one person would get home, and it was just difficult. And when you're a kid, you're a blank slate, and that gets hardwired into your hard drive. So that's why I always tell parents, be careful what you say around your children. Make sure you are doing everything you can to give them the best shot at life that they can possibly have. I can tell you that from my experience, when you have a very argumentative environment in which they grow up in, it doesn't bode well for them. It can cause a lot of stress and anxiety. I know from personal experience, and I've done a lot of internal work on helping that, and getting better at that. And the reason why I mention all this stuff, especially on a reselling channel, is because mental health and business ownership are so intertwined. If you do not have mastery, or at least are able to utilize skills to deal with your mental health, it's going to be very difficult for you to function in this society, and particularly in this business. It's just the way it is. Being able to deal with the trials and the tribulations, the anxiety, the fears, all that stuff, it's a necessary part of it, which is why I always hark on this idea of a spiritual practice, right? Believing in something bigger than ourselves gives us the opportunity to just take some of this weight off of our shoulders. So I really implore you guys, develop some type of practice that helps you. What do you do when you're very stressed out or anxious? How do you push through it? How do you pause, meditate? What do you do in those scenarios? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on tomorrow's video.